How's it going, everybody? My name is Salty and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over my top 5 class setups for assault rifles here in Black Ops Cold War. Before we get started, I just want to say that this list is completely subjective. This is my personal list, meaning your list could be completely different from mine. So keep that in mind when going into the comment section. I would love to hear what your top 5 weapons are, if you agree, if you disagree, but let's just jump right into these top 5. All right, so at number 5, I'm going to have the Groza. This is a weapon that I think is extremely slept on here in Black Ops Cold War. It has some great statistics. I've been seeing it used a lot more in league play now that this game is past its primary life cycle. I know the pros never really used the Groza, but I feel like it was a weapon that was never really given a chance. It did receive a buff back in Season 5 of this game's life cycle, and after that, this game kind of just more slowly moved towards its, downfall, its death of the game. It's kind of to be expected when you get towards the end of a life cycle, but it's just one of those that I think that people just never really gave a try, and it's just completely slept on. Let's get started here. We have the GRU composite barrel, 25% effective damage range and bullet velocity with 0 cons to running it. Sword effective damage range is at 66 meters. Let's be honest, we're really never taking a 66 meter gunfight with a Groza just because of the fire rate. It's a more aggressive type assault rifle, and our bullet velocity is at 825 meters per second, but it does have those potential to take extremely long gunfights if you get into that situation. It has the statistics to back it up. I really don't think the reinforced barrel is necessary here. You just saw those statistics. They are kind of over the top. They're extremely good. And the biggest thing is there's no cons to running it. Down to the underbarrel, we have the Spetsnaz grip, one of the attachments that did receive a buff in the Season 5 update, 15% vertical and 25% horizontal recoil control. Just this underbarrel alone gives the weapon 0 recoil whatsoever. Down to the magazine, I'm going with the 40 round drum, completely just based on what map you're running. This can be changed out for basically whatever. If you're running on Nuketown, 50 round fast mag is completely viable. You're running on Raid and you want to run the 50 round drum, feel free to do so. Depending on the map and the playstyle, you can really use whatever you want. For the handle, the GRU elastic wrap, 30% added to our aim down sight speed, 90% flinch resistance, and ability to drop shot. And then finishing off the build with the KGB pad, our second attachment here that got buffed in the Season 5 update is this KGB pad, 50% added to our sprint to fire speed, along with 40% also to the aim walking movement speed. This weapon is virtually an SMG with assault rifle statistics. So this is one that you definitely need to go in game. I understand it's not exactly the most attractive weapon. The iron sights maybe aren't that great, but once you get used to it, this thing is an absolute beast on the map. Let me know what you think of this one down in the comment section after giving it a go. Let's slide over to number 4. At number 4, I have the XM4, and just like in my top 5 SMGs video, the AK-74 is an reliable type weapon, just good in a lot of situations. That's the same here with the XM4. It's never really been touched here in the game. It's just always kind of been good. It's not, this is a debatable one in my opinion. I know a lot of people dislike the XM4, but in my opinion, it's one of my favorites to use in the game, especially when I'm struggling on the map. I know I can pick up an XM4 and do pretty well. Starting here with the optic, with the Microflex LED. Really use whatever you're comfortable with here. I always like to use as reflex sights on my assault rifles here, but you could totally go with the Vision Tech 2 times or the 3 times if you so please. For the muzzle, the infantry compensator for 15% vertical recoil control. This is one of 2 attachments that give this weapon virtually 0 recoil control whatsoever. Down to the barrel, we have the 13.7 inch Ranger, 100% added to our bullet velocity, basically making it hit scan. If you don't know what that means, it means our bullets connect basically instantly. As you guys can see, our damage is at 30. Our effective damage range is already at a great 45.72 meters, which means, let's be honest, we're really not going over 45 meters with an XM4. It's a pretty fast firing assault rifle here. Once you start leaving that 45 meter engagement range, you're probably going to be losing the gunfight to something like an LMG or a sniper rifle, just something that you should avoid. But our bullet velocity is at 1,114 meters per second. Like I said, a very hit scan like. Down to the body, we have the SOF target designator. This makes it easier to see your target while aiming down those sights. Getting down to the underbarrel, our second attachment that gives the weapon virtually 0 recoil whatsoever. I'm going to be honest, it's basically just shoot straight. Don't really move your analog stick much and you'll hit your shots. 3% vertical and 17% horizontal recoil control here for the field agent grip. For the magazine, I like to use the 45 round fast mag, but you can really use whatever you want here. It's only 12% sacrifice to our aim down sight speed. We got a ton of bullets in that magazine, and we get that ability to reload quickly. For the handle, the airborne elastic wrap, we got the most amount of aim down sight speed here, 90% flinch resistance and ability to drop shot, and then finishing off this build with the Raider pad for 30% added to our sprint to fire speed, along with 40% also to the aim walking movement speed. Like I said, this one could be easily debated. I know a lot of people don't like it, but in my opinion, it's just one of those that you could pick up and normally do pretty well with. Let me know what you think about this one down in the comments. Let's get over to number 3. At number 3, I have the AK-47, but this AK-47 is built out like an SMG. We still have the statistics of an assault rifle, just like the Groza, but this one just feels like it hits different, man. This one has been featured on the channel a lot, and it's one of my favorite weapons to use in the game. So like I said, it's built out like an SMG. Let's get started here with the normal suppressor. This keeps us off the mini-map. We're sacrificing a little bit of effective damage range and bullet velocity here, but not all too much. Down to the barrel, we have the ultralight. So this gives us overall movement speeds here for the weapons in the form of strafe speeds and aim walking movement speed. As you guys can see, our statistics, 38 damage. That's pretty dang good. And then our effective damage range is at a great 33.03 meters, meaning we still have that ability to take assault rifle engagements. And then our bullet velocity is at 645.84 meters per second, on par with the top level SMGs like the LC-10 and AK-74U, meaning just like those weapons, you can take medium range engagements, but this has the effective damage range to back it up. All the barrel is doing is giving us just accelerated movement speeds, meaning we can play extremely aggressive. Going right over the body and the underbarrel, right to the magazine where we have the 40 round mag. Because it's like an SMG, I kind of want that snappy aim. So I would recommend the 40 round mag, tape mags, or the GRU mag clamp here. The other ones kind of sacrifice a bit too much aim down sight speed for my liking, but you can use them if you so please. Down to the handle airborne or GRU elastic wrap, 30% aim down sight speed, 90% flinch resistance, and ability to drop shot. So we get the max amount of out of our handle there. And then for the stock, the KGB skeletal for the most amount of sprint to fire speed and even more added to our aim walking movement speed, giving us that ability to strafe extremely fast. I know people may look at this one, they have in the past and said, there's no way this actually works, but after giving it a try, I guarantee you're going to agree with me. So definitely go into game with this one and give it a try. Let's slide over to number 2. At number 2, I have the FFAR. So the FFAR was a weapon that I really didn't like until a subscriber on the channel told me to run a particular barrel. Once I used it, it felt like the pre-nerf FFAR. This thing's an absolute beast on the map and one of the fastest killing assault rifles here in the game. Let's get started. We have the infantry compensator. As you guys know, by using the FFAR, the recoil is a bit sporadic. This will just help your vertical cause here at 12%. For the barrel, the one I was just referring to, we have the 20.3 inch takedown, 80% added to our effective damage range. Like I said, it makes it feel like it was back before season 1 here in the game. This used to be a meta very, very early on in this game's life cycle. So as you guys can see, it brings our effective damage range up to 22.86 meters. So for an example, if we go with the Ranger here, our effective damage range is at 12.7, meaning it's on par with SMGs, which is technically good. This is a very fast firing assault rifle and it's best used at close and medium range. But by adding this takedown barrel, we get to take those medium range gunfights with more ease, meaning people die even quicker. Our bullet velocity is at a pretty good 629 meters per second, which is perfect for taking 22 meter engagements. So that being said, the takedown is a game changer here on the FFAR. Down to the underbarrel, the field agent grip. You're going to need this. Like I said, this is to help with that kind of sporadic recoil with the FFAR. We got 6% vertical and 16% horizontal recoil control here. For the magazine, I go with the 38 round mag. I'm not going with a handle on this build, so I would highly recommend sticking with the 38, the jungle style, the 44, or the SAS mag clamp. I would avoid the speed mags here in this on this particular build, just because your aim down sight speed will be a little bit slow. Like I said, skipping right over the handle and going to the Raider stock. Because it's an aggressive assault rifle, you need that sprint to fire speed. It gives us 30% there, along with 40% also to the aim walking movement speed on the weapon. After changing that barrel, this is by far one of my favorite weapons to use here in the game. I highly recommend you do give this one a go. You will not be disappointed. Let's get over to number 1. Some of you may really not be surprised by this one. And at number 1, we have the Vargo 52, the newest assault rifle addition here to Black Ops Cold War. If you do not have this one unlocked, you definitely need to do so. It's one of the most fun weapons to use here in the game. So let's get started with the build. We have the GRU suppressor. This gives us 10% vertical recoil control, which I do feel is necessary. There's not much in that horizontal, in my opinion, but the vertical does need to be covered. And with the aggressiveness of this build, I do feel it necessary to have that suppressor. The suppressor keeps us off the mini map. So we're getting down to the VDV reinforced barrel here, where it gives us 100% effective damage range and 40% bullet velocity. As you guys can see, our statistics are at 66 meters. I doubt you're going to be taking a 66 meter engagement with the Vargo 52, but the potential's there, and our bullet velocity is now at 875 meters per second, meaning this thing is the jack of all trades. You can take some long, medium, and very close range engagements because of that fire rate. Getting down, we're going over the body and underbarrel again. We're going right to the magazine where I have the 40 round mag. Really use whatever you want here. I typically like to have that snappy aim, and the reload's speed is very, very quick here on the Vargo, so I like to stick with that 40 round mag. Again, we're going with the Gruul Astrograph. We got the most amount of aim down sight speed here on the weapon, along with 90% flinch resistance and ability to drop shot. And then let's finish off this build in this video with the KGB skeletal stock for the most amount of sprint to fire speed and 40% also to the aim walking movement speed. I'd love to hear what your top 5 assault rifles here are in Black Ops Cold War. I would love to hear if you agree or disagree. Make sure you guys go down in the comment section and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you could make sure you hit that like button for me, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to the channel, make sure you also smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video.